If you're stressed, exhausted, inflamed, and don't feel like yourself anymore, it's not in your head and it is possible to heal. If you're a high-performing woman who's been told your labs are normal, but your mind or body says otherwise, this is for you. I know what it's like to wake up dreading moving through the day, to feel like you're living in survival mode, to feel like your mind and body are slowly breaking down, and to feel like the joyful version of you has disappeared. If you've been feeling like you're no longer yourself, pushing through chronic stress, anxiety, maybe thyroid conditions, hormone imbalances, or autoimmune flare ups, and you feel like your body is worn out and your brain just doesn't work anymore, this is for you. I'm Dr. Rachel, and I've lived through all of the above myself. I felt broken, disconnected. I didn't know where my symptoms were coming from. I was afraid that I'd never feel normal again. But today, I live in a state of natural healing. I'm no longer stuck. Symptoms don't run my life anymore. Healing has become my way of life. With the healing path I've created, every day I'm effortlessly eliminating barriers to healing, recharging my cells naturally, and boosting my brain and body so they work with me instead of against me. And that's what I help my clients to do. My wish is for you to experience the same and get unstuck, to become someone who can heal. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to reset your brain and body so you can finally start healing for real. So here's what most people don't realize. When you're just surviving through daily life, burned out, overwhelmed, stressed, anxious about life or your health, running on fumes, your body literally can't heal. Here's why. Your brain is the CEO of your whole body. And when your brain is stuck in survival mode, it flips a switch in every single cell in your body. This switch controls your hormones, your neurotransmitters, your digestion, your metabolism, your immune system, and more. All of that gets turned down or off. Your cells stop doing the things that heal you, and instead they send out stress hormone and they fire off inflammation and histamine like weapons. This is what scientists call the cell danger response. It's the hidden, deep root cause that makes you feel exhausted, stressed, overwhelmed, because your body's CEO has been hijacked, not by anything you did wrong, but by years of stress, inflammation, and overload that your nervous system had no choice but to respond to. Your body becomes more sensitive, things feel more unpredictable and chaotic. You become hypervigilant and afraid to experience new things because you don't know how your body will react. You can't get good sleep. You feel hormonal. You're either too hot or too cold. You feel bloated, can't lose weight, and you wonder if your thyroid and metabolism are off, even though your doctor told you you're fine. Planning meals becomes difficult. You dread your doctor's appointments because you feel like you have to advocate for yourself so much, which only puts you even more into fight or flight and the cell danger response. And the kicker, you can't heal while your brain and cells are stuck in survival mode. This may be the most important message you'll hear about your health, and I don't know how long I'll be sharing this video publicly, so let's dive in here. Let's talk about the real reason your body hasn't healed and the 3 exact steps I use to help my clients restore their peace, clarity, and vitality. This is where so many women get stuck. This is why you may have tried supplements and diets, but you ended up exhausted from spending late nights researching and second guessing every step. You may have seen a million doctors and you've even tried prescriptions for different conditions, but it either barely helped or maybe it actually even made things worse. You may have tried meditation, but your nervous system was still locked in fight or flight, so it felt impossible to be mentally still or to quiet your mind. And still, your heart races, or you get that heavy feeling in your body randomly. Your digestion feels unpredictable. You wake up wired or you crash mid-afternoon. You feel puffy, inflamed, exhausted, or like you're aging way too fast. You can't remember things, your moods swing, and every doctor's visit ends with another dead end. None of that means you've failed. It means nobody gave you the tools to reset your cell signaling and flip your brain out of survival mode so your body could heal. Because when your brain is stuck in survival mode, your cortisol, stress energy hormone, your neurotransmitters, and hormones all stay out of balance, and no amount of mindset work or willpower can override that. And here's the part that's hard to see when you're in it. You might believe that once your health problems resolve, or once life feels less chaotic, then the stress will fade and you'll finally feel like yourself again. I used to think that too. So did my clients Kira and Annie and Rebecca. But it actually works the other way around. Your body can't resolve its health issues until your brain and cells shift out of chronic survival mode. That's why your stress and overwhelm feels physical, like a racing heart, tight muscles, or wired restlessness, because it's coded in your cells at this stage. And your mind can't feel at peace, and your life won't feel easier or more joyful until your brain and cells shift out of chronic survival mode. Once your brain chemistry recalibrates, then your body knows that you're safe and your cells get the all clear to activate natural healing again. And your whole experience of daily life changes. The world stops feeling chaotic like a threat and starts feeling enjoyable, supportive, even friendly. If this doesn't sound possible, bear with me because that is your brain's learned experience that's talking from living in fight or flight because fight or flight mode makes us pick out threats and negative things as a way to try to keep us alive. So imagine this. What if peace felt normal and was your default state of being? What if challenges felt easily solvable instead of overwhelming? What if symptoms weren't limiting your life and taking away your freedom? What if your brain was grounded and clear enough that you didn't stay stuck on past encounters or events or second guess yourself after making decisions? What if you felt like you again? Sharp, joyful, confident. This is possible. Your body is designed to heal. Your brain is your untapped healing ally, and you can get your inner CEO working for you again. I've lived this journey, but I'm not just a health coach with personal health experience. I'm a naturopathic doctor turned into a personal consultant in order to be able to really walk this healing model with the people I work with. I recognize that everyone's physiology and functioning is a little different. People are taking different medications. They have different risks because of their health history. After med school, I practiced as a naturopathic doctor, and every year I worked with hundreds of women, and many had already seen multiple doctors and had even gone to clinics like Mayo or Cleveland or Stanford. These were women that top institutions couldn't help. But once we started integrating together the brain and cellular health components, everything started to shift. After seeing so many tough cases, I realized that brain and cell health, the cell danger response, was the missing piece. I used to feel overwhelmed, anxious, and exhausted and kind of numb to joy, all the while having physical symptoms that were affecting my life. My intuition told me something deeper was wrong and that all my symptoms were actually connected. But the labs that the providers that I was going to were running for me didn't show the answers. I was dragging through life, barely holding on. Now, after learning how to reset brain chemistry and rebalance cortisol, neurotransmitters, and hormones, and the other root cause areas, I feel really grounded and vital and alive. And every day I'm bringing more peace and clarity into my life. My clients have experienced the same. Kira was having chronic palpitations, anxiety, sleep issues. She'd already seen so many specialists. No one could figure out why she felt so stressed and inflamed. She'd already seen a nutritionist, tried a ton of supplements, changed her diet. But once we looked at her brain and cell signaling, her symptoms finally started to shift. Annie had Hashimoto's. Her endocrinologist told her her thyroid labs were okay, but she was exhausted with a lot of brain fog and gaining weight, and she knew she wanted to get her Hashimoto's truly under control. She had already worked with functional practitioners but hadn't noticed any big changes. However, once we looked at her big picture, and once her nutrients and hormones and brain chemistry were balanced, her Hashimoto symptoms disappeared, and she no longer felt anxious about trying to start a family, knowing everything that can come with Hashimoto's. Rebecca came in exhausted and overwhelmed, feeling puffy and inflamed, even after years of trying a big name detox program and functional medicine approaches that didn't work. She had stopped doing anything fun because her symptoms were so unpredictable and causing so much anxiety. But now, after she and I walked through the Surviving to Thriving framework, personalized for her, she now feels that she came out of her shell and she's actually living life again. It brings me so much joy to get to see that with the women I work with. So, look, if you just want a diagnosis and a prescription, I'm not your person. This is not about chasing labels or having to track every possible symptom or health threat, because that actually keeps your body in fight or flight. Instead, it's about reteaching your body that it's safe to heal and allowing your body to heal on a deep cellular level. And if you stay with me until the end here, I'll explain how you can access a functional health analysis session where we'll map your body's healing blueprint together. So, the process. I call it my Surviving to Thriving framework. It's a stepwise system to get you out of survival mode and into restorative healing mode. Step one is I listen and we go big picture. We stop guessing and we gather the data that actually matters. I listen, I review your history, your safety risks, your different health factors, and identify your unique patterns and your physiological stressors. This is where we identify the blocks keeping you stuck, and we turn messy symptoms into a clear big picture. Your intuition and your voice matters. You can speak up. Step two. Next, we decode your root causes. We build a map together. We take that big picture view and then pull together the patterns, the reasoning, and intuition to pinpoint root cause areas like brain chemistry, cortisol signaling, nutrients, mitochondrial stress, thyroid, and sex hormone signals. And then we look at functional lab options that explore those root cause areas. And we talk about, based on what we find, what different tailored options that target the key patterns behind anxiety, fatigue, brain fog, or whatever chronic symptoms. This gives us a clear snapshot of what your brain and body need to feel calm and energized and functional again. And three, last, we create your cellular restoration blueprint. We distill everything down into a simple, clear, doable, step-by-step strategy for your specific situation that prioritizes and shows you exactly what your body needs next to move toward balance and repair. So you can think clearly, feel energized, and you can get relief, and you can finally trust your brain and body again. We'll get you started on the first action steps you can do right now. So, right now, you have two options. Keep pushing through this on your own, hoping things change, or choose a clear, proven path to real healing. So if you're tired of dragging through each day, feeling like a shell of yourself, if you're overwhelmed by conflicting health advice, and if you're ready to stop just managing symptoms and actually heal at the cellular level, then click the link near this video to book your call. And if you've already booked your session, amazing. I can't wait to connect. A functional health analysis session is where we're going to map out your unique root causes and start on the journey to bring your brain and body out of survival mode and get you back to being the vibrant, confident, joyful person that you truly are. Think of this session as a gift to your brain, which has been searching and trying to problem solve this for you. It's a personalized health decoding session where we'll identify exactly what's blocking your healing and how to unlock it. This is for women ready to stop chasing symptoms and start healing at the root. If you're looking for a quick fix or another supplement stack, this is not for you. You don't have to keep guessing. You don't have to keep pushing through. Healing is possible, and I would love to walk that journey with you. There is a cost for this session because it's not a sales pitch, it's an expert level analysis where we'll dig deep into your root causes and map a clear path forward together. But for what most people spend on a month's worth of supplements, for that same price, you'll finally understand what's keeping you stuck and exactly how to start moving forward. Life shifted for me when I realized that I am the medicine. I am the healing frequency my body was waiting for. And so are you. You can become your own medicine, your own healing frequency. Let's calm the chaos in your body, rebalance your brain chemistry, and return you to the life you're meant to live. I only take a few spots each month and they fill up quickly. It's because I genuinely only have so much brain power because we dive really deep in these sessions. If you feel a yes in your body, honor that pull. Now's the time to take action because if nothing changes, nothing changes. 3 months from now, you could still be stuck in the same cycles. Overwhelmed, disconnected, tired of searching for answers, or you could finally start to feel like yourself again.